A multi-million-dollar plan to help give a boost to Springfield's Basketball Hall of Fame and downtown waterfront development. It may soon be on the way. And do you want to know where what may be the world's largest watercolor painting is? It might be in our own backyard. Join Lydia, Evan, Rich, and me for those stories and more coming up next on 22 News at 6.
Cy Becker. I'm going to be showing you the largest painting of its kind in the world, and what a story behind it. That story coming up next.
Massachusetts is home to some very talented people who have amazing stories to tell.
In tonight's edition of Becker's Beat, Cy watches an artist at work, a painter who literally does things in a big way. Cy?
Don't I find some very interesting people for you?
Yes, you do.
Got another one for you. You know, it's been said that one picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, I've got one tonight that speaks volumes. A one-of-a-kind story for you about a painter of abstract art right here in western Massachusetts who you might say looks at the big picture.
Meet Northampton artist Peter Smolenski, a painter of some very broad strokes, painting away to the music of Mozart.
It's something to do with the mathematical theme of the music, it seems. I don't know, it seems to just guide the brush.
And Peter's brush has always covered a lot of ground, so much so that his 36-foot painting at home in a Shelburne Falls gallery could be the world's longest abstract on paper. And his 18-month labor of love is like a story out of the Twilight Zone.
I was never sick once, with not even a cold or anything, and I was working a full-time job, riding my bike to my studio, working till 3 o'clock at night every night, never sick once, in perfect health the whole year and a half. Finished the painting, got so sick I almost died.
And what Peter paints to the strains of Mozart is truly in the eyes of the beholder. As he puts it, it is whatever you interpret it to be.
People who are into sports will see baseballs and footballs, and you can find whatever you want in there. The thing is just whether or not you want to go in and look for it.
Much like those popular magic eye pictures, only Peter's artistry leaves much more to the imagination.
At shows, I'll leave a book open, and people will write things in there, and they come up with the craziest things, and no one ever writes the same thing twice.
That's his biggest pleasure, mystifying admirers and himself. It's the adventure of inventing new rules to the game as he does. It's the driving force behind this prolific painter who's never happier than when he's with paint and brush and a colossal canvas.
With art, there's absolutely no rules whatsoever. You can do anything you want. And that's what I love so much about it.
You gotta love it. And I've got to tell you now, Peter's first brush with fame could come as early as this fall. He's going to put his world record-sized painting on display. Mark the calendar now, November 12th at the Northampton Center for the Arts. Big painting by an artist with undeniably big talent. For 22 News, I'm Cy Becker.
I'll have to have some Mozart in the background while it's on display.
Oh, really? You know, he gets carried away with it. Terrific guy, and he really puts his heart and soul, and he says you can do anything, you can see anything. I saw food.
I was going to ask you what you saw. If other people saw sports equipment, Cy saw food. Thanks a lot, Cy.
Well, we're finally getting a share of summer weather these days. Beautiful yesterday and today.
Well, the Tuesday forecast turned into another summer scorcher, though. Meteorologist Evan Rubin joins us.